I have a little trick so I never run out of ideas or inspiration. I always have something to paint and draw, and now I'm going to share that trick with you. And if you like this video, it will mean the world to me if you click like and subscribe. And yes, my favorite place to sit in our living room is in a rocking chair, but of course in the evenings in front of the TV I cuddle up on the sofa with a sketchbook. I do have proper sketchbooks and they are lovely, but my favorite place to sketch is in a square pad or in my Kansoon Excel drawing pads. I prefer them because they are cheap and I feel like I can waste as much paper as my heart desires. My papa, who is 87 now, told me when I was a child that just look around you, there are things everywhere you can draw, and since then I have never run out of ideas for paintings. The reason why I use a marker pen instead of a pencil is that I don't want to be tempted to start to fuss around with a rubber eraser. My favorite pen to draw with is the sign pen from Pilot. I like them because they're not smelly, but on the other hand they are not water fast, and that can sometimes be an issue. I started to watch YouTube during the pandemic, and before that I never heard of a word like art block. I don't even think there is a good word for it in Swedish, and art ID and things like that, and it saddens me to see and hear that people struggle with these things. I had to learn in a very early age not to be too bothered about what other people did around me, but to grow in my own pace. Because I have a disability, it was very hard for me when I was little to learn things like tying my shoelaces or button buttons and pull up a zipper, and most important, hold a pen. And of course that saddened me a lot, but it also made me push so much harder and practice a lot. And my papa, who is a very wise old man, he told me very early that I should be very proud for every line I draw because my line is unique and special to me and nobody else can make the same line. And I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but for me it made me trust my own hand. I'm always fascinated to see what's going to come out of my hand when I sit and draw freely with a marker pen, and eventually that sketch can become a painting, and that painting is personal to me, so I guess that's how I think about art ID. I just love my Kansoon Excel sketch pads, and this is the place where I sit with a pencil and a rubber and erase and sketch again until I'm happy. Some of the paintings I made just because I wanted to, and some of them are commissions, like the yellow globe flower. This is an example of how I sketch my flowers when I bring my sketch pad with me outdoors. I would do exactly the same in the squared pad but with a marker pen. In my last video I talked about that I ordered the Schminke super granulating watercolors, and I thought I'd show them here, but they are so lovely, they deserve a video of their own, so that's coming. I don't think I ever really suffered from proper art block, but I do feel stuck sometimes, and that usually happens when I've been poorly or haven't had time to sit and paint for a bit. I find to sit down with something fairly easy and a material that doesn't require much cleaning as acrylics sometimes do, and just start using the media, and one thing just leads to another. I usually start a painting or a drawing with a plan, but it doesn't take long until the painting takes me on a journey, and I guess that's what one can call intuitive painting. It just happened in the moment that I did orange leaves. There were nothing I planned, but that's the freedom of art, and when that happens, it's just the best feeling ever. In my next video, that is part 3 and the last in this series about getting stuck and then unstuck, I will talk about how I find my way back to finishing all paintings that needs to be done. I hope you enjoy this video. Lots of love!